this is there's a sense, a warm-up for a series of concerts and trio giving at Wigmore Hall over the next 2 years. But I think Kate Wells will explain more about that.
To you tonight, which is a particularly special occasion for us because it's basically to celebrate the launch of our series. This series feels like a very good thing to do at this stage after 15 years playing together, because in a way it's a retrospective of all the pieces we've learned and the style of playing that we've built up. Suddenly we get to decide what we'd like to play to our audiences for 3 years, which is just a fantastic feeling.
Oh, I think the first set of concerts went really well, and the response was so good. We can only look forward to sort of building up our audiences.
We like the idea that somehow we're presenting to everybody the expanse of the repertoire that actually is, on the whole, quite neglected. And that's mainly because there aren't established string trios around to perform it, I think. So somehow seeing the series in a sort of chunk of 3 years of these 12 programmes, people can just see on paper what there is for the group to offer.
As a musician or as a group, you're always sort of fighting against the compromise of what you want to play and what people want to hear. So, I mean, the opportunity to include this vast, repertoire that no one really knows. For example, Taneyev, we're playing today, Schnittke Trio, Borodin, all these composers, Isai even. The opportunity to be able to program that and for us to decide exactly how we're going to program it has been really satisfying.
So without further ado, it's a great pleasure to say please welcome the Leopold String Trio.
Putting together 12 programmes of what we consider to be the best repertoire just feels like an incredibly sort of important, positive thing to do at this stage in our life as a trio, really.
Oh, I think some of the programmes are very challenging. Perhaps we haven't given ourselves an easy ride with some of the programming. That's why it's so very exciting, to really get our teeth into it.
It's essential to have a website to sort of to back up what you're presenting to the public.
In a way, I can't believe we didn't do it sooner, but combining it with the series was a really good idea because it just sort of presents also the series really clearly on the net.
You always have to be looking, for ways of finding a new audience.
Having this sort of publicity surge with the series and the new website and everything also helps us to seem, even though we do other things quite a lot, that it gives us a strong identity as a group, which is essential.
To explore the string trio repertoire is quite unusual.
I heard of it and thought there aren't many trios, so they're probably going to play quite as interesting pieces.
Everyone seemed to really love the piece.
Oh, amazing.
Really good piece, isn't it? It's so exciting that it's probably the first performance in England of that piece.
I think it's a very interesting programme. I actually only know one of the pieces that's being played today, the Beethoven, and I was very interested to hear the Taneyev, and also I should be interested to hear the Schnittke after the interval.
They're really first class.
After the series, see how the world's responded. We've been chosen for the Chamber Music Award for the Royal Philharmonic Society, which is an institution which supports classical music in general.
It's a lovely thing to have your work recognised, you know, when you put so much care and time into it, you know, when it's recognised, it's a nice feeling, definitely.
Thank you, Graham, and a very good evening on behalf of BBC Radio 3. What a pleasure it is to be here.
Straight away then to the first award, which is for an outstanding contribution to the performance of chamber music.
They've obviously known about us for a long time, but as Kate said, I think the series probably is maybe the deciding factor this year.
The award goes to an ensemble who, through the sheer brilliance and maturity of their playing, their collaborations with other outstanding performers, and their enterprise and imagination in programming, commissioning and touring, have shown uncompromising dedication to an otherwise neglected genre. The Leopold String Trio, Marianne Thornton, Lawrence Howard and Kate.
Ultimately, it's just a question of wanting to do something well. You know, it's a lovely opportunity to work on pieces properly, not come to them as three individuals who have very hectic lifestyles, you know, who just have a couple of days to rehearse, to come to it as a group and really stamp our authority on these pieces. And I hope that the audiences appreciate that, because that's really what we passionately believe in.